Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Pentaclick eSports League of Legends European Nordic and East Tournament number 2. This will be your host EUNE and my friend Excellent. The first teams will be Epic Avalanche Time versus Juicy Beautiful Babies. Most epic team names I have seen it during the last tournament. The first bans will be Akali, Lee Sin, Morgana from Epic Avalanche team, and the Trash and Nidalee from JBB, and we're waiting for the third one. So what do you think about the bans, Eslan?
Yeah, I don't see any bans for some reason. I only see Akali and Fresh.
That's well. There's Lee Sin and Morgana for the Epic Avalanche team, and Nidalee and Kha'Zix for JBB.
I just got an error message.
We'll just try to reconnect or something. Oh wait, can you?
There we are. I see it now. Yeah, just time over.
So okay, the Epic Avalanche team is starting with Maokai. That's probably gonna be a jungler, because in my opinion he's the best extra on that spot. And the beautiful Zed and Lulu. I'm just wondering if it will be a support Lulu or the mid, and like a jungler Zed. You know, the crazy metas are changing all the time and whatnot.
Yeah, no, I believe it will be a top lane Lulu. Looking back at the previous games, it's been played top lane, so I believe it's going to be a top lane Lulu. We'll probably see the Zed mid lane as well. I'm expecting the Braum to be picked up as well, as they've played it each time. The Yasuo and the Tristana combo. So if Tristana uses her ulti, Yasuo can use his ulti to get into that. So a 5-man knock up by Tristana, it could lead to good things. We see Alistar getting picked up actually. Well, hovered over anyway, and the Jarvan locked in, which should be quite good. We'll see if it's a jungle Jarvan, which I'd expect it to be, but it could be a top lane Jarvan.
I actually think that Lulu will be the support maybe this time, because Alistar is being like the new meta for the top lane, as I've heard. I've missed a lot of games.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of top lane Alistar's being played, but you need to know how to play Alistar quite well to be able to play at top lane. So we'll see if it's top lane Alistar or not. I believe it won't be. I believe it will be a support, but obviously I could be wrong, and it could be a top lane Alistar. I'm surprised to see that they've left the AD carry to last pick. It's a bit confusing. I would have left the mid laner or the top laner for last pick, but obviously they didn't want to do that. So we'll see who they pick for the AD carry. It might be because they wanted to know if they wanted a champion who could escape or not. Obviously if Rengar gets locked in, he can change who he wants to maybe Lucian, who can dash away, or somebody else.
Yeah, that's, actually, I don't think that they haven't yet picked the ADC or other side they have left for the last pick, the ADC, because they're probably just confident in their picks and not really looking forward to changing anything.
Yeah, that could be true. It could be a okay, what's just happened now?
Sound had a problem with a DC. Yeah, had a player DC. There's going to be a remake in a short while.
Just going to be the same picks, isn't it? Really?
Yeah, that's for sure. There's going to be a really fast remake. Actually, it usually is, at least.
Well, that was weird.
Yeah, this is the last guy picked Pantheon, and there's like discussion in the chat between whether or not he did pick him. Well, the guy says that he DC'd and that was a random pick for him during the roll. It was actually, yeah, as you said, Pantheon should be Braum, and we'll probably see him.
Yeah, I'd expect a Braum pick because they have played it each time. So it's interesting to see the Braum Tristana because I believe it should get beat early. But if they pick the Alistar, then it should be a just 2 ranged and 2 melee. So we'll see how it goes. I think the Alistar should win against the Braum, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Actually, you have a good point there. I would pick Braum actually against Tristana most of the time, as I'm aware his ulti totally blocks Tristana's ultimate. Not his ultimate, but his shield.
Yeah, I agree.
So and well, with her Q and whatnot, well, they gave a good pick in my opinion. Again, some
I was expecting it to be a Nami pick by the other team instead of the Alistar. I reckon that'd been a better pick. Into the Braum, maybe not so, but I think the Nami would have been a better pick than the Alistar overall.
Yeah, I should agree with you on that. The Alistar support picking kind of, not maybe strange, but it could be better in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. Especially with the lane presence I'd get from the Nami as well. I feel it'd be better. Obviously, we haven't seen the AD carry, but I believe like a Nami Lucian, for example, I reckon that would be Tristana Braum quite heavily because he's got the dash, because he's got the damage, and he would get the movement speed. He would get a lot from Nami, who would help him a lot. But Nami does get countered by Braum late because of the shield. I can't remember what it's called, unbreakable shield or something. So they would have to take that into account. But obviously champions have been picked, so we'll see Alistar or Lulu. It could still be Lulu, but I believe it's going to be Alistar bot lane with an unknown AD carry at this time.
Actually, at this moment, the Juicy Beautiful Baby's team composition is kind of squishy in my opinion, except for the if Lulu is really going for the top lane, then her shield will be kind of powerful and she will be able to save herself. But well, I think Alistar will be tanky as hell as usual. So what?
Yeah.
Who would
they do have a
actually
Javelin,
target?
They do have a Javelin, so they have a really good strong line with the Alistar and the Javelin. If Lulu gets a knock up, makes Javelin big, and let's say he knocks up about 2-3 people, those 2-3 people, especially if they're going to be the AD carry or the Yasuo or whoever, they're going to die instantly. So it could be a very good engaged team, but if they do fall behind and they don't get the engages they want, then they will lose.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Javelin. It can get really beautiful during the team fights with all that, not the composition, but with all those picks actually. And one more thing, Maokai had a knock-up also, didn't he?
Yeah, he has the knock-up, yeah, he does. So he could combine that with the Yasuo. I don't feel that they have a lot to combine with the Yasuo. Well, I can't remember the whole picks. Actually, no, they do have quite a bit to go with the Yasuo, so we'll see how it goes. I feel that it should be quite quick. The Kha'Zix ban is really good because the EA Real G, he's been playing Kha'Zix in his the games, so getting that pick, getting that ban is going to be really good. I think we're seeing just the random picks here. We'll see a Rengar jungle, I believe, Maokai top, Braum support, Lulu top, I believe. Obviously it could change, but that's what I feel it's going to be. I think it's going to be an Alistar support, Zed mid,
he just
and
picked the exhaust. Yeah, exhaust. So yeah, he'll be a support one.
and they're still taking their time over the Alistair pick. They should just lock it in immediately though. And I can't remember the last two picks. I believe it was Yasuo and somebody else for the blue team.
Yasuo and over I2. Oh goddamn.
Yasuo and Tristana. Yeah. So their team looks really good. Late game is going to be a monster. Maokai is just a beast late game. Rengar will be able to delete the AD carry. I feel the blue team has the late game, but the purple team don't. They still scale pretty well. You can't not say that their team's going to be really good. We don't know who the AD carry is going to be so far, but it could be a Kog'Maw. But I don't feel Kog'Maw against a Yasuo and a Rengar would be a good idea here. Lucian would be a lot better in my personal opinion, but we'll see who he picks. We see the Shaco being hovered over. Shaco AD carry. That'd be pretty good to see, but I doubt it's gonna be that. I'm still thinking maybe Lucian, maybe Jinx. I wouldn't really pick Jinx into this though, so I'm not sure. Both teams have gone for a really team fighty team comp though, so they both want to fight a lot. So we may see a lot of fights going around the mid game, and that'll probably see who wins, because I reckon it'll probably last around about 35 minutes and no longer.
We actually had a little problem from our side. The client has been not responsive for the last minute or so. So yeah, I don't know, we'll just wait for a second, because I don't see anything being done in the last week.
The Lucian has been picked up as an AD carry on the purple team, which I'd say would be the best AD carry to pick in this instance. I don't think there's any other AD carry they could have gone with. Tristana will outscale the Lucian, but Lucian will be able to keep his should win lane, I think. Lucian Alistar is really strong against Tristana Braum, but we'll see how it goes. The bot lane would be the one that I'd watch personally. I think top lane's going to be a farm fest. Lulu will harass Maokai in the early game, but Maokai will just scale a lot better than the Lulu, I believe. The Yasuo versus Zed, I'm excited to see that matchup as well, but I feel it's going to be all in the bot lane to see who's going to win this match. It'll be decided there, or it might just be a farm fest. We'll have to see.
Actually, both the bottom lanes have great escapes for not only the ADC but also for the supports. So yeah, they can be really lively and not die at all. There might be great ganks, but unconclusive ganks. What I see, like in the last second, yeah, he can get the kill, but not. Sorry, I just escaped.
But
all the we see the two really good assassins on the mid lane, and as always, if there are two assassins on the mid lane, they will try to duel each other for most of the time. Actually, just as they hit level 3, they will exchange. They will try to burst each other down and like do most damage. Yeah,
I agree with you. That is but I still think with the engage that the bot lane can do, I think we'll definitely see some kills. They do both have a escape, but I feel the escape on the blue team is a lot better than the one on the purple team, as Tristana can jump away and Braum can then stand behind her and get an escape that way. So I reckon they could escape more, but I think they would be pushed to their tower a little bit more than the blue team or purple team will be. Sorry. So it should be good to see. Team fights will be really explosive. There'll be a lot going on. They've got really good engagers with the Rengar, the Yasuo and the Maokai on the blue team, and the purple team they've got the Jarvan, the Alistar, and then they've got the Lulu knock-up as well. So both will be focusing on the front line, but the Yasuo and the Zed will both want to be getting onto the Tristana and Lucian respectively. So we'll see a lot of team fights. The AD carries may get deleted. We'll have to see how it goes though.
Since the game has started already.
Yeah, there's just a delay, isn't there, of a minute, I believe.
So we're just still standing in the pick and ban phase, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we'll be going in a break for like a couple of minutes while the loading phase goes, and we'll be back soon.
There's only 20 seconds left on the delay, by the way.
Well, we will still have to reconnect and whatnot.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think we'll see any early invades. We may do, but I think both teams will just be looking to defend their jungle and try and defend it, obviously. They'll probably just do a 2-buff start. We might see a 3-buff start on one team, but I think it should just be normal.
Well, a lot of stuff, of crazy stuff happens in the first couple of minutes of the game in our tournaments all the time. Like double jungle from the one side team and 5-man push fest on the top lane. And other stuff as well. So we can expect a lot, actually. Or nothing. But, it should be interesting, actually. I hope so. So we'll see.
Yeah, hopefully we see something. Some action would be quite nice to see.
Should be. Those are some great players actually playing. A lot of challenger players and high-tier diamonds.
Yeah.
With some other teams. So yeah. Both junglers, actually, in my opinion, are having low clear times for their respective jungles. It should take some time, and so they will focus more on the ganking capabilities, not the farming. So
yeah,
there will be more fights because of that.
Yeah, I agree, but I think Rengar has to really wait for the level 6 to make an impact in lane, so we might just try and farm up for that, while we may see Jarvan going in for more ganks because he's got the EQ knock-up that he could maybe get top lane, mid lane ahead, and once they get ahead it should be easier for their team. If Lulu gets ahead of Maokai will have a horrible time in lane, and if she wards up enough, then she should be fine for the rest of the game, just harassing Maokai in lane and keeping them down. But we'll have to see what happens. I think Jarvan has more of an impact than Rengar, but Rengar is a really strong champion that no one should deny. Think slowly off anyway. We're in the game now anyway, as everyone buys their items.
Yeah, we're back in. Just every viewer can see that. Actually, I'm a little bit happy. I was kind of afraid that we might have some problems here, but everything started okay.
We see normal starts going by everyone. The Maokai's got the crystalline flask. Just normal stats for everyone, not really much to say at this point. The Maokai has forgotten his warden trinket though, so that could become a problem if he doesn't realise it, but who knows. If I was Jarvan, I'd be trying to hug that top lane because he's forgot the warden trinket. He might go back and remember it though, but it looks like he won't.
Well, maybe he's too confident in his own powers.
Yeah, it could be that as
Who needs vision anyways?
Yeah, wards don't win games, god. And we see a bit of action here, going in, the Lulu and the Maokai just going at it. I think Maokai should heal the majority of that up. He needs to recall anyway, so we might see him recall.
So what's resolution? How there's Alistar saving him, actually, but it could have gone a little bit ugly on the bot lane. But everything, they just left each other.
Especially with Lucian, just in that Dragon Pit. That was really bad because if Rengar and Tristana got to them, then he could have just been in there. He might have had to burn Flash, or there could have been something with that. It was just really bad positioning, but I just felt he was confident enough he would be fine. But yeah, there is a pause, I'm not sure why.
Guess someone disconnected again. Just let me check.
Yeah.
There's a pee break for one guy. You guys are already starting to report that dude.
Deservedly, of course. He could have gone for a piss when everyone was loading in, but no, he decided to go for one now.
I'm just BMing everyone. Can actually get reported and banned for bad mannering in the game. There was once playing against a really cocky mid lane who just was dancing all the time, laughing, and he wasn't cursing like in the main chat, in the all chat, I mean, and whatnot, but he was just being unsportsmanlike, and the next game he was already banned for like a couple of hours or something like that.
That's
because of the bad manners. But well, he deserved that. You have to be sportsmanlike when you're playing a competitive game, especially ranked.
Yeah, it's a nice skin by Yasuo as well. I haven't really seen that before. It must be a new one.
New one. Yeah, it looks sexy actually. But Zed is already taking a lot of poke.
Yeah, I expected Zed to take a bit of poke early game. It has a bit more movement. He has that wind, obviously, as he uses it there and connects with him. So I think we should be able to expect that, but we'll see what happens long term anyway. I think Yasuo should be able to do fine against Zed. We'll have to see how Zed copes with him. But we see normal stats going on by the junglers. Javan's a bit ahead of the Rengar, who's doing his wolves at the minute. So we'll probably see a bit of action at the top lane going on. We just see Lulu just letting him pull in.
Jarvan's already closing in while Rengar is a bit away.
Rengar's still at his blue. He had a slower start. He did his wolves as well, but we can see that he's heading up top as well. So there is definitely going to be some action going on top lane.
This is looking tasty.
Yeah, Rengar's going in. He has no. Yeah, there we are. There's the fight. I expect Maokai to die here. No, Lulu's going to die first, but can he clean up? Rengar flashes away from Javan, and he should be able to escape. Maokai may be able to stop the Javan, as he does now, and Javan may die here if he's not careful. It was so unlucky. The counter gank almost worked off. They should have focused the Maokai instead of going for the Rengar. I feel it was a very bad play by Javan, who tried to CC the Rengar before he could get in the bush and get onto the Lulu. But they should have just focused onto the Maokai together or onto the Rengar together. So it's very bad focus.
No, they actually, in the last seconds of the fight, they disengaged really perfectly each other from, because I was kind of afraid that at least extra 2 people will die. And there's a fight in the mid lane. Yasuo gets
and
ganked
we see
by
that Yasuo just about escapes. He's used Ignite onto Zed, so he has no Ignite, but that was a very good fight. Javan already trying to cause an impact. He may need to go top lane because Maokai should be able to deal with the Lulu now with a killer, with an assist even. Oh, it's not even a kill. He may still have a bit of trouble with her then. As we see the Brum's taking a lot of damage, and we see the fight bot lane. Pingu's taking a bit of damage, and it looks good, but Rengar is bot lane. They don't have vision on him, so Rengar is going to stay there for a while, but I feel that Lucian and Alistar are just going to let the wave push up, so he's going to be wasting some time there. He might try and cat a jungle, as he is now. He might run into Javan, who's doing wolves at the minute. Yeah, he will run into the Javan, who's doing wolves, and he will kill him if he catches onto him. Yeah, and Javan is dead. That's a really good empowered boulder spike to keep him in place, and then he was just dead from there on out.
It was a great play from Rengar.
Rengar did back. He has 2 kills now. He's going for the Feral Flare, I do believe. So we might see him being more farm heavy than I would like to see anyway. I'd like to see him cause more of an impact, but he has got 2 kills, which is the whole 100% on that team.
But Flare actually also starts stacking from the kills too, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that is
kills
true.
and assists. Yeah, so he just can farm champions, you know, and just stack that little bad guy.
Yeah, at the minute, the majority of the advantage is onto the Rengar. He's 600 gold above the Javan at the minute, and he has the most gold in-game, so we could see that just continue to rise and rise.
As you said during the Big and Ban stage, that Rengar is not the champion you would like to get fed, especially
No, he wouldn't be.
When he is in jungle. Yeah, if he gets a bit overfed, he will just smelt the ADC and Lulu actually also, or Zed if he doesn't have actually an escape. So that will be a really heavy assassin, even better than Yasuo. If he fails on keep lane.
Looking at the gold in all lanes as well, it seems that blue side is winning all their lanes. They have more gold on every single champion so far. It's only 7 minutes in, so that can obviously change, but that's how it is at the minute. We see Javan trying to make an impact in bot lane. He's just around there, seeing if he can make something happen. And Alistar knocks Braum into the tower, going in hard. I think that Alistar is going to die here. Yeah, and he is going to die here. I think that the Tristana will escape. The Rengar comes in. The Rengar goes onto the Lucian, who is exhausted, but gets away. The Javan's in trouble now. Javan is going to die here. Is a good stacked passive by the Braum to get the kill there. That was a 2-0 on the blue side, and Rengar now has 3 kills. He's going to be a monster in this late game. Tristana also got a kill out of that and her assist, so she's going to be even better than the Lucian, as she scales a lot better than the Lucian already. It was a really good fight, a really good they're going for Dragon now as well, which is very good. They can't really contest for it, so it's very good for them. They have vision deep in their jungle as well, so they know the Javan cannot come in and take it.
Yeah, well, this fight was really... this can be a tiebreaker for the whole game. They can snowball from this moment up, and it's starting to look a little bit grim from the purple team. They can lose their moral stand and just starting giving kills, doing stupid things in hopes that they will get back into the game, and that's where the shit starts turning bad. Because we can see that a lot even from the pro players when things are doing evenly for some time, and then there's a huge misplay for the whole team. They lost their morale, and then they're just losing. They're doing stupid things over and over again, and well, yeah, they just lose the game.
We may see the blue buff go to Maokai because the Yasuo and the Rengar do not need it, so Lulu may get more harassed out of it, but if Javan does get a gank off when Maokai has the blue buff, it could be a kill. But we see Rengar in mid lane, and he tries to get the kill here, but I believe he's going to die, maybe. Is it? Yeah, Javan gets the kill there. Javan could catch up to the Yasuo, but I think Yasuo will escape with a sliver of HP. Is he? Oh, is he? There he goes, but he does get the kill off the Javan. That was very good. The passive shield came into play there and helped him survive for just a bit longer.
Yeah, also there is an assist for Zed, which gives a total more gold for the purple team during this exchange of kills. Yeah,
it's a very good counter gank by the Javan to get in to the Rengar. The Rengar blew his flash. He used everything to try and get the Zed, but the Zed was under tower. He used ultimate onto the Rengar and then escaped still. So he was free.
Actually, no, the Rengar took the blue buff for himself. I guess he wants to get even more XP and trying to get way higher than his old opponent's team.
On the bottom half of the map. Let's start taking a lot of harass as well. We see Rengar trying to make something happen in the top lane. He may be looking to tower dive, or no, he's just going to take the golems for now. He may still want to tower dive. It would be risky because Lulu has all that CC and the wave clear, but they're going in for the gank. Going for the Maokai takes the aggro. Rengar should be able to clean her up. The flash goes out. Maokai is going to have to back off from the tower, and I feel that it was a bit wasted. They should have known that they weren't going to kill the Lulu, especially when he didn't have a powered stack straight away. It means that Lulu has to back off under tower maybe, so she may lose out on some CC, but she's not, and there's action going on in mid lane. We see the Zed fighting here, and I feel no, he's got away. Zed's playing more aggressive now, knowing that the Javan's trying to help him out a lot more. A Javan can only really gank the mid lane because the other lanes are losing. It's less risky for him to go there, but we see the Rengar coming in, and the Rengar is going to be able to kill the Javan quite easily. We see the teleport come in by the Maokai as well, which is, they're going to try and get this mid tower, which they should be able to do.
So we just saw that Alistair came from the bot lane through the blue team's the red buff, and between the turrets, and in hopes that they would gank the Yasuo, but the Rengar came, and actually they didn't see that, and well, again they lost the fights, and well, as I said, they're taking the risky plays, the risky stuff, and well, it's not going too good for them.
The junglers have a big impact in this game. Everything that's happened has been around the junglers. That fight started off with a Javan trying to gank the Yasuo, and then the Rengar coming in through lane to try and kill the Javan, and then it all snowballed from there. I think Alistair should have backed off once the Javan died, because there's no way that he was going to be able to make an impact, especially with the Zed who's backing off already. There was four men there, and Tristana's looking stronger. Everyone on their team's looking a lot stronger than their team at the minute, so it's looking good for the blue team and bad for the purple team, especially with a 5k deficit at 13 minutes in. It's going to be hard for them to come back in. Both teams start around team fighting, but at the minute the blue side would win a team fight, I feel.
Yeah, right now the purple team should try to, maybe not the gang, but more lane presence, for more focused lane presence, or some lanes, and doing a 3-man gank on a single target, at least to get that kill and trying to get back into the game.
Yeah, I agree. We'll see the dragon being taken. Yasuo's Wimble means that they can 3-man it while Tristana holds off the bot lane. And the dragon goes quite quickly as well. We see the blue buff being taken by the Javan, but the Javan will be automatically killed by the Rengar, and Rengar gets killed here. And they try to engage here. Tristana's coming off the back. We see the Yasuo get onto the Lucian. The Lucian will die here to the Rengar. The Tristana jumps in, gets onto the Zed, and it looks like it's going to be a 4-for-0 here. Absolutely crazy. There's a lot of misplays going on here. The purple team's just trying to fight fights that have already lost. They lost the Javan and they still tried to fight that. I'm not sure why. It was clear that they were going to lose, but they still wanted to do it.
Is the teleport that came in from the top lane, was that already after the Javan died? And I didn't think why they didn't cancel the teleport, because they would stay alive and not give even more advantage to the blue team. Well, obviously this is going really bad, and blue team is surely gonna win. This might be even the FF at 20.
Yeah, I agree. The two main people who are fed are the Rengar, who's 6-1, and the Tristana, who's 4-0. With them two fed, it's very hard for the team to get in because you've got the back line and the front line very fed. The front line is going to go immediately after the Lucian, and the back line is just going to destroy anyone who comes near her. The Zed is not strong enough to 1v1 that Tristana, I don't feel like, so it's going to be difficult for them to come back. Rengar is also 2,000 gold ahead of the Javan, which shows his just strength. That's like almost a full blood full item of him. See a fight going on top lane. Lulu flashes out, uses his ulti, and I don't feel that he can protect that, especially since the Yasuo is there.
There's also
we see the
going a fight
ultimate going in. They're trying to fight. Oh, that's a really good kill by the Zed. Get into the Yasuo before the Maokai and the Braum can react. I feel that she could save the tower now as well, as they are running out of minions. She's quite full on HP, and the Zed to back her up. They have no vision on the Zed. They don't know that she's come back, and there's a fight going on in bot lane. Tristana looks like she's going to get caught. Tristana gets away with her jump, and she's going to escape here. Rengar may die here. No, Rengar flashes out, but Tristana dies using her heal to try and get Rengar out. She should have escaped, but she went back trying to get the Rengar out, trying to see what she could get, and agreed just gives the purple team some more gold, which they could come back with, but it's going to be hard. The money went to the Javan as well. The money would have been a lot better onto the Lucian, so he could have more of an impact, seeing that he hasn't got an Infinity Edge, which he's building towards now.
There were just two huge fights on the top lane and the bottom lane at the same time. You started talking about the top lane fight, while on the bottom there were already 3v2, and then more people came. And
we see a fight going on in the mid lane. Braum goes in, uses his ultimate. Yasuo uses his ulti as well, but I feel Zed could escape from this. Zed goes in with his ultimate. Is he going to escape from this? No, he's not. He's going to die. It was a... Oh, wait. No, the kill gets picked up by Braum. Braum's Q. And there's a lot going on here. Maokai used his ulti quite early. There's Lucian ulti going on, but I feel blue teams win this fight, and they're going to try and back off. I think the Alistar has gotten away. They only lost 2 people out of that, but it was still a really bad fight from what looked like a bit of promise. And it's a good kill by the Javan, but the Javan knows he was going to die from that. It was Rengar clearly didn't know he was sitting on top of a ward, and it was just rather lucky. He should have known that there were probably going to be a ward in their jungle, but he didn't. And there looks like there's a fight going on in the bot lane between 2 AD carries, but it just looks like it's going to be a bit of poke in the end. Alistar's there, so Tristana's probably going to need to back off, but we'll have to see. The top tower goes down to the blue side as well, so now they have all the outer turrets and the inner turret of the mid lane as well. So, and they have no turrets taken. Dragon's up in a minute, which both of them have gone to the blue side. They have no control over any objectives at all, which is really bad. I don't know how they can get it back into it, but Javan looks like their hope at the minute. He's 4-6, he has the gold, he's getting around wins at the minute. I'd like to see him get a forward mail, because the only magic damage is the Maokai. We see Tristana's rocket jump away, Rengar comes in, Rengar's popped his Yomu's Ghost Blade, and he looks like he's going to go straight for the kill, and we see the teleport going in, but the Maokai comes in, the Lulu cancels the teleport, sorry. And we see another kill going on to Tristana. As we see a fight going on in the mid lane, there's Zed and Yasuo. I think Zed's going to escape from this, and he might get a kill from this. Oh, what a kill. That was a really good turnaround by the Zed, using all his abilities to get the kill on the Yasuo, who did try and start that fight.
Actually didn't see that. Thanks for noticing.
We see a fight going on at the inhibitor, but the blue side looks like they've won this pretty cleanly as the Tristana just jumps in, gets a double kill, and we see the Maokai flash in, get the and we see nothing's going to come from it. Braum uses his ultimate, Maokai got the stun off, but nothing comes from it. They're going to get the inhib, and they're probably going to have to back off, or are they going to go for the victory? They may be going for the victory. Maokai's going in hard, and there's the surrender at 20.
Less trouble killing you again.